player in recent times. A lot of things, a lot of numbers are happening so good for Karim Zito.
That was a bit of, an interception in play from Abdul Latif Adari. Ebenezer and Kroma. Felix Chi. Kotoko. Seeking to put a bit of pressure. Switch to the left. Not the best of crosses from Fatah Suleimana. The man who has been in top form alongside Kamaradin Mahmoudou on both flanks this season.
Experience within his base. 6 seasons running for Medeama Football Club. And he's been consistent.
Joseph Ablo. He actually had a very good game against Bibiani Gold Stars. And he was one of the reasons why Bibiani could not win that game against Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Joseph Ablo, he's shown that kind of aggressiveness at the back to scare the opponent from getting closer to the 80-yard box of Kotoko. And he's been providing a very good pair with Henry Ansu at the back. But he must limit the level of aggression within his game. He might one day give away a very dangerous incident against himself. 7 yellow cards this season. It tells you how aggressive he is, Joseph Ablo.
This is a pass. Medeama could make it one, and they have done it. What a way to announce your presence. It is Kingsley Braye. And he has plunged it in. That was a freezing pass through for Kingsley Braye. And the finish was just top notch. The man who scored a hat-trick against Dreams FC this season has gone on and done it against Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Kingsley Braye, Inter Allies, Armina Sharks, Susubrubi FC, and now Medeama. He just scored his 6th goal of the season in 18 games. Of course, a hat-trick against Dreams FC. He scored against Nations and Vision, and he just added the icing on the cake against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But just watch the defense of Kotoko when Medeama was trying to initiate the attack. And that is something coach must try to cater for, especially looking at how the fullbacks always join the attack and leave a lot of gaps behind for the opponent to exploit.
That was an incisive pass. And between Henry Anso and Joseph Ablo, there was just no communication between them. Which of them should attack the situation? Which of them should remain calm? They failed to get that connection between them. And Medeama wouldn't mind any of that because they lead in the Kumasi so early in the game. Another pass. And that is Kevin and Kroma. Kamara, the man who has taken over the post since the arrival of coach Karim Zito. No room whatsoever for Frederick Asare. And Felix Chi, another good goalkeeper in the Ghana Premier League this season.
It was Apia Kubi from the start of the season. But after recovering, he's been the man in post 4. Medeama. And you can never doubt his qualities anytime. He's in 17th game this season for Medeama, and it's good.
Ablo sends it to Alberto Moa. He gets Peter. Through to Che. And that cross was a bit troublesome for Felix Che. But he made no room for errors there. Knowing very well they're in a comfortable lead at this point, there will be no room for errors.
In team menu just playing that somebody else new role, and he's not giving that kind of cover needed, because looking at Che Jamina, he's more or less having that forward thinking abilities than giving shows in defense, and the team is always overloaded whenever Medeama are trying to progress the ball from deep areas in midfield. And it's a problem, of course, because that kind of cover is lacking.
It's so a kind of a 4-1-4-1 this afternoon. And that has been the formation always when they play at home. Just check the body language of the player. Kingsley Bright. You just knew he was going to put it in that angle, but there's nothing you can do about it.
But Manuel Mante just gave an incisive pass that any striker cannot miss, because that was a line splitting one from this experienced midfielder.
Still Medeama. Emmanuel Owusu. Gas Suleimana. Nuruddin Abdullah. Nice turn. Another unblemished pass. The first touch could have caused lots of harm for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And Kotoko, at the moment, going with a 5-man defense. Just trying to make sure. This is Suleimana. It can be 2. But he failed to take it.
Kotoko should be aware of the through passes from Medeama, especially from every angle whenever Medeama are getting closer to their box. Because the first goal came through an incisive through pass, and this one, it was quite, ambitious just for Suleimana to fumble with it. But it's a warning. The back line should be very cautious, because Medeama can tease you around to come, and then they can exploit your back line. It's a caution for Kotoko.
Amidu Akwa. This is Peter. He played against a club in yellow last week, and he was on top of issues. Perhaps his favorite color. Emmanuel Owusu attacking down the flank. And the whistle goes for a foul. Of his Chiba 4.
Loramo is a bit suspect in pace, and he should be a bit conserved anytime Kotoko trying to initiate an attack, because Kingsley Bright can still make a lot of moves, especially exploiting that area.
Good pass to Peter. Amidu Akwa. This could be what everyone expects it to be. The strike comes. And Felix Che has denied them once again.
Great goalkeeping from the tight angle from Felix Che. You just have to applaud him for that crucial receive from Karela United, and he's playing his third season for Medeama. A lot of experience. His 17th game running.
Lots going on in the box. Error from Medeama. Kotoko failed to pounce on it. This could be a break, but Kamara must be there. And he was there. Another pass to the same man. He could do it for the second time. And Kingsley Bright. That is just the game plan. And Medeama executing it perfectly at the moment. Kotoko need to change things.
They should find a way to cater for the wing play Medeama are using, because they have a lot of pacey wingers, but also dangerous having the ball and very tricky, of course, to handle. As a caution to the fullbacks and even the centre backs of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, because a lot of spaces for the opponent. And you can see any pass from Medeama is breaking lines. That is something Kotoko must improve upon. That cover in midfield is lacking. And perhaps the centre backs cannot rely on the shield the midfield is offering. All the time you must anticipate above your level. And that is why they are using a lot of through balls to get their way through Medeama.
So Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they've managed to recover from that situation. And Kotoko yet to pose a single threat that is glaring in the game. Quite apart from that shot from Chebafo, there haven't been any attempt by Asante Kotoko at goal.
You should learn how to defend before thinking of attacking, because the game, you are not on the front foot. At this point, you are more or less chasing the entire angles of the pitch to give a lot of shoulder. And at that moment, you struggle to have your way through, trying to facilitate attack from deep areas.
Good ball from Chebafo, exploiting the space behind. Could this be it? That was good defending. Mohamed Kamara. Kamara puts it behind. This is Lord Amwa. Amwa, lots of space and time. He gets back for Nuruddin Abdullahi.
If you have the likes of Nuruddin to contest with in terms of area balls, it's going to be a challenge. And Albert Samuel must at least find other options to sound dangerous in attack for Kotoko.
Miscommunication. This is Kingsley Bright. Can he make this one another one? And good defending from Henry Ansu. Brian knows he had made an unpardonable mistake by not putting that ball at the back of the net. Kamara was already moving out of goal. And that could have been a lot interesting. Baba Yaya puts it on a far wide. The cross comes in. And Nuruddin Abdullahi. You just cannot pick the area balls.
He's been consistent with a goal this season in 23 games. Nuruddin, a very tough customer to handle.
This is still Kotoko. Peter Miduakwa. Nearly squared it all for Asante Kotoko. Check that cross from Lord Amoa. Ebenezer and Nkrumah failed to deal with the situation as expected.
Don't forget, Medeama are averaging 1.3 goals per game, and they've scored 10 in their last 5 prior to this game. So it tells you scoring goals isn't their problem. But the fact of the matter is that they are winless in their last 5 away games. And maybe history may not speak for them despite taking the lead.
Was another ball by the flag. Went up. Something needs to change. Asante Kotoko. And team tried to poke it towards Baba Yaya, but good interception from Medeama. Just putting the ball down to enjoy themselves.
Frustration setting in for Kotoko in defense. And that is a big problem because at this point you started losing your head. Medeama are still picking gradually the energy from the guys. You cannot underrate that. So at this point you must stay concentrated.
Yeah. The guy who won. This is Albert Tamoa. He goes down and the whistle goes for a penalty. And Abdul Latif Adari has pointed to the spot. And Nuruddin Abdullahi is saying no way. That couldn't have been a penalty. And Mubarak Yusuf, a former player for this club, just trying to calm the nerves. And Coach Zito having words with his midfielders.
Watch it closely. That pass from Baba Yaya, and he was brought down, and the referee was so close to the angle. Never an offside because he timed his runs very well.
That check it closely once again. So Medeama protesting just because he touched the ball. But Abdul Latif Adari is saying it should be a penalty.
After touching the ball, you impeded the attacking player's opportunity.
That is so close. And Albert Amoa, he has the chance to make it 10 in the season for himself. And Abdul Latif Adari saying you must stay behind the area until he kicks.
Against Bechem, he did the magic to restore parity with the same spot kick, same angle, same goal post.
Albert Amoa 1-1. His 10th goal of the season. And Albert Amoa, just when they needed him the most, he has risen, composure, calmness, and he has put it at the back of the net. His 10th goal, he will be hoping to add more to his tally.
Interesting from Albert Amoa. Last season for Great Olympics, in 17 games he scored only 5, but this time in his 24th game he registered a 10th goal and still counting. So I think big improvement for Albert Amoa, and it's a plus to get your career high in a big club like Kotoko. In fact, the sky is the limit for Albert Amoa.
We are all square here just after 23 minutes. It's 1-1, Kotoko Medeama. And Medeama Sporting Club chasing just their 4th away win of the season after winning 3 previous away games. Against Young Apostles, they won 2-0. Against Basake, 2-1. And against Legon Cities, it was 1-0. But they are winless in their last 5 away games.
And the last time Medeama won an away game to Kotoko, that was March 2023. They won by 2-0, and Jonathan Sowa and Vincent Atinga were the scorers. And don't forget, anytime Kotoko are losing at home to Medeama, they always lose more than 1 goal. So let's see whether it can happen since 2021. The first leg, it was 1-1. Komi Poku scored the first goal in the first half out of the 44th minute. But Kamaradini, out of the 68th minute, restored parity. This time, 2 goals in the first half. More to come because the game is looking lively. A lot of opportunities for both teams to exploit.
This is still with Medeama. They're looking to make something out of it. And that strike from Prince Owusu. And Mohamed Kamara. That was a mouth-watering save from the Guinean international. A credit to Prince Owusu for the vision to have struck from that angle and that distance.
Kamara has won the heart of coach Karim Zitu, and he's benching the team's captain in Frederick Asari. So such saves should be, common.
This is Albert. He turns well. Peter Amido Akwa. That will be a foul for Medeama Sporting Club. Amido Akwa. That is Peter. A pass to Albert. Shoots with the left. He was in search for his 11th of the season.
Medeama is now adding that kind of off-the-ball ethics that is expected, because having in team menu, you are not assured of a lot of show. But Medeama prefers high up the pitch, lot of overload for Medeama in midfield, and really causing problem for Kotoko. But now he's adding that defensive ethics to his game, and the center is now getting some thickness in Kotoko's favor.
Patrick has said that was too ambitious from the left back. No retain. He played one of his best games of the season against Hartlepool when they played in Takwa. Prosper Boachi and coach Ibrahim Tanko seeking to be the 8th manager to beat Asante Kotoko in the Ghana Premier League this season. Tasted 7 defeats already.
Don't forget, in the last 5 games away prior to this game, they've conceded 8. They've scored only 2. But they took the lead and Kotoko restored parity. They lost 2-1 to Samatex. 1
If ClickSite's AI doesn't save you time, money, and stress, no tool will. With just a few clicks, you can launch a fully built, stunning website tailored to any purpose, personal, business, or beyond. ClickSite's AI handles everything: content, layout, image placement, and design polish. And if you want to tweak anything, it's all editable with an easy drag-and-drop interface. You don't need to know code or hire anyone. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned creator, ClickSite's AI gives you full control from start to finish. Visit ClickSite's AI and create a website you're proud of. In minutes, not months.
against Karela United.
This is Che. Gets into the box. Che bar 4. And Felix Che is not a happy man at all.
Abdul Latif Adari, lot of experience in the Ghana Premier League, and a household name, of course, from the Upper West region, to be precise, within the Nadoli Kalio district.
Medeama still getting hold of the ball. 30 minutes. Almost into the 31st. And the game is still apart in terms of the most important element of the game. 1-1. It was Briar with the first goal. Another cross being put in. Medeama still holding on to it. The strike goes and Kamara. Good goalkeeping. Kotoko not showing the urgency that is expected when they're defending.
Looking at how they are reacting toward the second balls, is so poor. So poor. Against a team that is so open in attack, always trying to stretch the back line, find spaces, and use through balls. You should be able to contest every second ball. Even when you lose the first ball, you must show that kind of seriousness, attempting second balls. But Kotoko are not showing that in defense. And Ablo shouting a lot, and I think he should stay calm. At that point, when you allow your emotions to take advantage of your qualities, a lot of mess will be caused. And expecting Ablo to show that kind of calmness in defense.
Lord Amoa, Patrick Asidu behind it to be taken by Emmanuel Owusu. Nothing to talk about.
One thing that is trying to be an issue in the Ghana Premier League is how we convert set pieces, especially free kicks. Hardly do we see players scoring from such situations. The last time you can mention was against the Dynastars when Patrick Asedu, I beg your pardon, scored from a direct free kick. In previous years, Glasner Wako will give it to you. But the prime man in terms of set pieces is Dombote. He's going to convert it with ease. But our game is now diminishing in terms of converting from free kicks. Even Gordon Atram is this at Great Olympics. Perfect free kick taker. A word money you can add off Samatex. But the goals are not coming from such perspective, and we must improve entirely.
Manuel Mante controlling the midfield so well for Medeama. He's been the man putting in all the incisive passes and everything they will need up front just to get themselves some goals in this game. No routine. Mante turns well. Yes, to Mubarak. Nuruddin. Lot of space. Suleiman. Brian Tanko. Don't really think he can ask for more. His side having been bad in the first half.
They suffered their biggest defeat of the season in their last away visit against Karela. 3-1.
Fatal. Joseph Ablo, good turn. He gets the eye. Managed to keep possession for Kotoko. Peter Amidou. This is still Amidou. Albert Samoa. There will be no whistle. Can Adari says, don't really think he can ask for more. His side having been bad in the first half. Already, his side having been bad in the first half. In the boxing pain.
At that point, you need a sharp thinking striker to how Amidou can maneuver through the crowd. And the body orientation of Albert Samoa was not the best one, because that sharp turn that could have offered him a lot of advantage after the first touch was so poor.
Albert Samoa back. And Karim Zito looking on his watch. Also Fatau Suleiman limping off the pitch. And in the absence of Kamaradin Mahmoudou, they will be hoping Fatau Suleiman gets back. And he's back. And for now, he will be able to continue until something happens.
In 22 games, no competition, Kotoko are having 9 wins. 6 wins for Medeama and 7 drawn games. But the last 5 meetings, Kotoko won twice. They suffered 1 defeat and they drew 2. In that last 5 meetings, 8 goals scored, 4 for each. No wonder. As of the 38th minute, it's 1-1.
Henry Ansu Amoa gets Ansu, the man who captains the team this afternoon, a former Brecum Chelsea defender. And Joseph Ablo.
But is it a coincidence or accidental? Because Kotoko against Gold Stars rested, that week before that game, and the same applies to Medeama. So a lot of energy. No wonder they are trying to cook Kotoko in terms of the physical level, because Medeama got 3 points against Nsoatraman without kicking the ball, and against Gold Stars it was the same thing. Kotoko apply energy, and to come from that big game against Ben Gold Stars to face a team that just rested. It's a lot of things.
And the news from Brecum is that the Biani Gold Stars have taken the lead by 3 goals to 1 over Brecum Chelsea just in the first half. And here we are just around 39 minutes, and it's still 1 each for both teams.
BBNE want to stretch the title race to the wire. They want to still keep the hope alive, hoping from that response from Basake against Nations.
Good ball towards Baba Yaya. Che Gramana failed to get the touch that could have positioned him well to get a goal. Emmanuel Owusu back to Nuruddin. Aqua. This could be a 2 versus 1. Albert Samoa. The first touch was a bit too heavy. It's still Kotoko. Lord Amoa. And the cross comes in. And Albert Samoa has made it 11. His second goal of the afternoon. What a way to announce your presence. Brilliant, brilliant header. Instinctive header. You just cannot help but be seduced by the brilliance. 2-1 Kotoko and 2 for Albert Samoa.
And that is what winners do. After losing the first grip, that ball from Loramoa, and look at how he dominated just in between two defenders of Medeama, and that is brilliant. Lord Amma with that incisive cross, and Albert dominated very well. We've been talking about his aerial durability, and this is a clear example of a player without that height against the likes of Nuruddin by his ability to control the air. That is brilliant. Felix J could not offer that magical save to this ball. Interesting. Just interesting from Albert Samoa.
He keeps scoring. And the results from the other venues, just like I told you earlier, Bibiani Gold Stars leading 3-1 over Brecum Chelsea. Heart of Lions leading 1-0 over Bechemi United at home. And also Karela beating Young Apostles. Hearts of Oak leading by a goal over Legon Cities. And also Adriana and Samatex 1-1. Holy Stars and Nations are still goalless. And that will mean a lot can change after this very match day. Ghana Premier League 2024-2025. And this is the live table, which means Nations FC still on top with 61. The Bibiani Gold Stars 60, Asante Kotoko with 58. 42 minutes, almost into the 43rd. And it's 2-1 for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Albert Amoa, the magician this afternoon.
Proud to the game, Karinjito was like, we are missing Kwame Poku, but I think he's not been missed because Albert is doing the needful. Stepping up and matters most against a big team like Medeama. Last season they won here by 1-0, but this time it's looking good. And considering the poor away run of Medeama this season, no wonder.
This is their 17th away game of the season, and they've won just 3 of those.
And the funny thing is that they've considered 10 in their last 6, and they've scored 3. Still running. That is so poor from Ibrahim Tanko because conceding more than you can score in away games is an issue.
No routine. Some very good experience. Albert Amoa. 2 minutes of additional time to be played. A very warm atmosphere this afternoon in Kumasi, but it will be a bit cold for the Kotoko faithfuls and Albert Amoa, especially in this first half.
The first start for Lord Amoa after returning from injury, he provided an assist. His void in previous games was replaced by the likes of Michael Sefa, Justice Blay, and the likes, but he's back trying to cement his position. Lord Amoa.
Asante Kotoko, they've managed to turn it around. Medeama. But the fact that Medeama have so many good players on the bench could prove very crucial in the second half. Was the likes of Derek Fojo, Osa Bernardino Tete, David Boyson from Pont, God knows Japasu, Nana Kofi Babel. These are all guys on the sideline or on the bench for Medeama Sporting Club. And any of them could make the difference.
Very good attacking players on the bench, but question yourself if they are picking and Kotoko also pick. Medeama may enjoy from attack, but maybe they can't guarantee defense. And that'll be a question to answer.
Mira tú eso. Qué
half,
sociedad tan perdida. El hombre quiere ser mujer y la mujer quiere ser hombre. No, hombre, Dios mío.
Lots of tough decisions to make. And he's managed to, at least for now, do his best.
For screen break, you don't need to worry yourself. And do it yourself. You just need to watch this video. Waste your money to go and give engineer and do it this way. We are amazed with the results. This is a good innovation. I brought this idea and God go bless them. It's amazing. Make sure you share this video so a lot of people go benefit. For screen break.
Ready? What's up, guys? Join us for this follow along workout. If you want this, then try this workout. 1.
Sexy adie bia da bia me kase aware en chai this man continue chai this man.
Down by goal against Asante Kotoko. The end of stars, so leading by 2 goals to 1 in the chip. Watching out to score was a bit too high for Ebenezer Nkrumah. Albert Samoa. Just that mobile striker you need. He's always moving around, not a static type of a striker. You find him in the box, in the pocket of spaces, in the half spaces, always everywhere, Albert Samoa. Lord, the man who assisted the second goal, it was Amoa, assist Amoa for the second. Peter Midwakwa not having the impact he did get against Bibiani Gold Stars in Bibiani.
Of course, this is a different tempo.
Fernando Wisdom pass. Samson Eduku. And Emmanuel Antwi warming up.
On the opposite side, Derek Forjo, Nana Kofi Babel all warming up. It's going to be some facts from the subs.
This is a ball. Medeama always hoping to keep the ball. Suleiman. Calvin Nkrumah back. Corner for Medeama.
Medeama hoping to restore parity in the early stages and trying to, just as usual, take the game to the wide areas and find their way through back. This time Kotoko, average discipline, getting a lot of bodies.
This could be the answer to all their questions. Mo Kamara. No way.
Of course, 60.9 save percentage in 18 games for Mohamed Kamara. It's a plus.
Mante, that was for Bry. Kotoko operating with a flat back sometimes. Just trying to deal with the wing play of Medeama Sporting Club.
Between Cheba for and Chejamina. Alongside Babaya, one should be sacrificed because They're not offering that creativity. And again, that kind of defensive balance is not so crucial for Kotoko. Fernando Bassi can add that kind of creativity. And maybe Emmanuel Enchi.
Fatau Sulemana. This is Sulemana. He hits the side net. The man who scored against Young Apostles was on the verge of adding another goal to his tally this season.
Sulemana has 6 seasons running experience upon experience, and he's been consistent for Medeama Football Club.
And very young. Yet to hit 25. Fatau Sulemana. That was Cheba for who missed that earlier opportunity.
Kingsley Braille is looking off in the second half. But again, the bench should be the decider, because lot of players for both teams. Bernardino going to join the players warming up for their way side.
Bafo. This isn't team. Not able to do his usual runs in the midfield due to the change in role, perhaps. Hunting Menu. Barak Yusuf. Ebenezer. Patrick Asiedu up against Kelvin and Nkrumah.
You know, one thing about Peter Amidu is the fact that he's not lazy in terms of adding lots of defensive roles to his game. But he's more or less used up. He's not offering much in attack in the second half.
David Boyson Frimpong and Derek Fojo on the sideline just to get ready for Medeama. Amoa. Bafo to Sisson team. Amidu Akwa. This is Peter Amidu. Amidu Akwa. Amidu Akwa. Very promising move from Peter Amidu Akwa. It's still him, and he wins a corner.
Peter Amidu the future is so bright for this 18-year-old young guy. Last season, he was the real deal. He provided 4 goals in 29 games. But this season, he's playing his 24th game with just a goal, and that was against Vichy. The 2 top men coming in. Boyson, he scored against Medeama. Or let me say, Adrian Stars, I beg your pardon. And Derek Fojo, one of the consistent names. Within the roster.
Corner being poked in. There seemed to be too much stoppages in play. This is Fojo. Can see the spark of confidence. This is Fojo. Continuing to attack. Derek Fojo. His first time getting into the game, and he's already been a problem for Asante Kotoko.
He's really a tough customer to deal with. This season, 4 goals for Derek Fojo.
Derek puts in a cross. Substitutions for Asante Kotoko. Dramana for Samson Eduku. Also Lord Amor being replaced by Michael Sefa. Minutes right on the hour mark. Half an hour and more to play. It's still 2-1 for Kotoko.
The coach now taxing Albert Amor to drop deep to partner into menu for Samson Eduku to be the main man up front. And to sacrifice your average, the best performer in the game into defensive ethics just to free another player. It's questionable, but again, let's see.
Albert. Just holds up the ball so well. Amor. This is Baba Yaya. Not too fast whenever he has the ball. Medeama. We take that on a break. Michael Sefa being brought on to deal with it. The danger from Derek Fojo. Mante. A feeble ball from Emmanuel Ousu.
If Care is not taking Kotoko, we have a lot of deficiency in midfield because Albert tax to play just closer to Intimeno. He's questioned the technical team as to how he's been limited. And he enjoys the offensive play than offering shield the midfield. Maybe Babaya should sacrifice his offensive runs to add that glue the midfield just to support Intimeno.
Amara keeps it in. And Emmanuel Anchi getting ready to join us. With a lob. And Samson Eduku, the man who struck the post in Bibiani when they played Gold Stars. Some very good display from Medeama, but a bit of unnecessary showboating.
Maybe the options he was looking for weren't available, so keeping the ball is part of creating perfect outlets to pass the ball to. But to be honest, that was unnecessary, to be honest.
Derek Fojo. Emmanuel Anchi is ready. Is it going to be Baba Yaya or Elvis Chebafo?
At this point, Kotoko are lacking presence in midfield, especially who partners in Team Menu. And Baba is more bit deeper now, giving that kind of mechanical balance to Kotoko. But for Chebafo on the white, I think he's a bit done because he's not offering that much.
Michael Sifa. Yeah. Back. This is in team. Back four. Medeama calmly gets the ball down. Ebenezer and Kroma. "65 minutes. And it's still 2-1. For Asante Kotoko. Coming from behind after Kingsley Bray made use of that incisive pass from Manuel Mante. And Albert Amoa rose to get 2 for Asante Kotoko. His 11th of the season so far. But before this, it was 9 goals for him.
You know, one thing about Albert is the fact that it is believed.
This is Eduku. And Coach Karim Zito not happy at all. You have the space. Just try to shoot. Medeama on a turnover. This is Mante. Mante strikes. And they have equalized. Manuel Mante, he assisted the first. He has scored the second. What a day for Manuel Mante. And the men in yellow have restored parity. Oh, Kotoko, are they bottling this? And you can see the guys from Rosepark cheering their seniors on. Brilliant play from Mante, and the finish was quite sumptuous.
Manuel Mante, experience at the highest level, to score in his 21st game of the season is a plus. Don't forget he's playing his 3rd season. And he's been a key figure in midfield and to assist the first and to score the second. It's a plus. Kotoko should back up. The last game they drew at home was against Bechem United. It was 1-1.
Cheba for Auche, they call him. has been replaced by Emmanuel Antwi. Asante Kotoko. This is where they always rise. The Medeama continue to attack, and this could be another one.
The game is heated, and just like I mentioned last season, Kotoko snatched 4 out of 6 points against Kotoko, and Medeama also love to also do that, because the first game it was 1-1.
Still Medeama keeping the ball. Derek Fojo.
You know, we pre-informed that Medeama have a lot of guys on the bench that can change the game, and David Boyson and also Derek Fojo just changed a lot of things about Medeama in attack.
This is Suleimana. Emmanuel Antwi got the best of Derek Fojo. Antwi. Baba Yaya gets back to Emmanuel Antwi. Is he back to his best? Antwi. One of the best creators in the game. But it's been a bit off color for him in the second round. This is a pass. Flag goes up. That is offside.
It's going to be a back-to-back draw for Kotoko. Goalless against BBN Eagle Stars, and it's 2-2 over here. Usa is being introduced.
He will replace Kingsley Bray, the man who scored the first goal. Osa Bernardino Tete, one of the best wingers in the game.
Last season, he played 21 games. He gave 2 goals. This season, he's coming to play the 23rd time, and he's having 3 goals. Very creative, and he's ambidextrous. You can never track the foot he's going to use.
Osa first touch. Osa Bernardino Tete. You just can feel it. That on a good day he's going to really torment whichever team he meets. Prosper Boache. Nuruddin gets Fatao.
Medeama started this, but after considering the 2 goals, they opened up, and this time they are controlling the momentum very well. A more of a 3-5-2. Getting control in midfield and high up the pitch.
Baba Yaya. is the man on the pitch. And needs to be carried out. He's a bit exhausted. And that was the offside. Four minutes. And it's 2-2 for both teams. Medeama first bottled the lead.
It was a lot of offside situations.
Kotoko equalized, took the lead, and they've also bottled it.
And this time,
it's now Fernando who's on Bassi.
Offside.
Both teams throwing more men up front, hoping to get the final goal. Nuruddin.
Of course,
a lot of space for him to cover with the ball.
Your bench to support you massively.
Yes, Fatal.
But my problem is how Kotoko are trying to structure midfield.
That was a pass.
Having Albert Amwa.
This continues to be Medeama trying to exploit. Oh, David Boyson from Paul. And his inclusion alongside Bernardino Sate and Derek Fojo. And Coach Karim Zizo has responded with Fernando Wisdom Bassi. Emmanuel Antwi. And then Samson Duku.
Fernando Tapia was the best of the play. But he won it against Sulemana. Don't forget he scored their last home game. That was against Dreams.
Emmanuel Antwi.
Once upon a time, he was one of the best free takers. Alongside Pia Makat.
Antwi puts it in Alberta! He has made it 3! There is just no stopping him. Albert Amoa. Performance of the season. He has gone and he has plunged and plummeted once again. You just cannot doubt him. Albert Amoa, 12 goals, 3 this afternoon. What a game he's had.
That kick from Emmanuel Antwi was pinpoint. And you just cannot take away the aerial presence of Albert Amoa. And this season, few players have scored hat-trick. Talk about Stephen Amankuna, talk about Kingsley Bryan. You add Albert Amoa to that list, and that is incredible.
Seid ihr alle bereit? 3, 2, 1, los!
It was a good delivery from Emmanuel Antwi. Oh boy, you better believe it. Brilliant, brilliant header.
You check the movement, and he was watching the ball just within the crowd of the opponent box, and his ability to give that dominance is a plus. But again, credit Emmanuel Antwi for that pass. It was really one of the best. 2 goals from movement of crosses, and it's interesting from him.
This is Boyson. Boyson. He wins a corner. What a game we are having here this afternoon. You just don't know what is happening next. The atmosphere is charged up, and the game itself is no exclusion.
And whoever wins this game is going to have that pride. But I just love Albert Amwa in his first season for Kotoko. 17 games last season for Olympics, he scored 5. But this time, consistently, he is still in the show for Kumasi Asante Kotoko in his 24th game.
80 minutes. And it's Albert Amwa 3, Medeama 2.
No Kwame, no issues. Can we say he's creating a very perfect competition for Kwame when he returns? Because Opoku is now trusted more to lead the lines than Albert Amwa. But this performance alone, he just added something to the clean slate. And you can never bench him henceforth, because this is, come on, one of the best we've seen so far from him.
But unfortunately, the last but one game of the season. Perhaps they have the cup final to play, so maybe 2. But look, you have a Duku on the pitch playing alongside Amwa, so Kwampoku can take that role of a Duku now in the game. And it's going to be a perfect one. You can see the men dancing around. Everyone is excited here in the stadium, especially the fans of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. What a game we've witnessed.
And the interesting thing is that he carried Kotoko on his shoulders from the start of the season. He went off due to injury, and now he's carrying it at the time best of the season. This is a kind of performance that every team needs from key players like Albert Amwa.
He scored the first ever goal of Asante Kotoko this season in Nalerugu when they played against Kerala United.
Watch it closely.
Good ball informantry.
From his mannerism, he was under trust. He gave a sign that, look, just bring the ball in, I'm there. Again, for the second time, dominating 2 players in the box. You just have to give it to Emmanuel Anju for that delivery, and also Albert Amwa for that powerful of a header.
Prosper Boachiusu out to be replaced by God knows Japasu.
Against Carrera, their last away game, God knows, he was on the score sheet, though they lost by 3-1. He was on the score sheet.
Japasu. Japasu has lost it. This is Albert Amwa on fire. Albert keeps moving. He gets Peter Amidu Aqua. Could this be the fourth? Amidu! Asante Kotoko. Just keep hammering the opposition, trying to get more goals.
But wherever you put Peter Amidu Aqua, he's giving a lot of good performance. He started on the left, and he's now trying to finish on the right. This is classical.
Can see a bit of tears on the faces of the Medeama players on the bench. Fernando Wisdom passing. Gets Antwi. Can he shoot from here? Antwi does. And he wins a corner.
Jumana Antwi against Young Apostles. In the first leg, look, he scored from a very far, bizarre angle. Just came in and he's added a lot of.
Seid ihr alle bereit? 3, 2, 1, los!
Jimono Lanchi, the darling boy, the poster boy. One of the best passes of the boy in breaking lines.
Brahim Tanko disappointed. Not quite surprising looking at their away performance.
It's going to be 6 out of 6. No win, no draw. They've lost all. Can it happen? We have less than 5 minutes for them to do that. Boyson hasn't impacted the game anyway because he's just been roaming around without massive impact.
This is Fernando Wisdom Bassi. For Joe, he gets Fatao. Usa Bernardino. Some very aggressive defending from Ansu, and that was the bench of Asante Kotoko. Cheba for Auchi, who has had his fair share of the game.
At this point, you need to stay aggressive to keep the opponents away from your lines. And Kotoko enjoying it from the 80th minute coming.
Frederick Asare sharing some jokes. Medeama, you have just some 4 minutes, and whatever that will be added on to save themselves. Bassi. Derek Fojo. This is Derek. This could be the moment. And still Medeama. Kotoko, lots of red shirts in the box at the moment. They just need to save this for the fans. Japasu. Fojo. Fojo goes down. No penalty. Emmanuel Antwi. For Peter Mido Akwa. He goes for a one-time pass. Nuruddin intercepts.
Peter Mido is a gem to play and still excelling in both flanks. That's a plus.
Abdul Karim That was a foul on God knows Japasu.
Let's not forget he just got promoted from Rose Park Academy to the main team. And against Karela United, their last away game, he was on the score sheet.
89 minutes. Seconds to hit the 90. Bernardino.
Okay, so welcome back to Paper Media. 90 minutes, I saw referee, and I said fourth referee the 5 minutes, and all the other so. Nena Yao Asu Kotoko Golden Place Asu Go Medeama 3-3. And so Anwaya Dene Ewo Baseke. Things are knocking things. Entry, I say they better defend this few minutes from conceding. I know I didn't papa GPL game on a baby 91 minutes. I can 4 minutes in a game in a baby paper media soon. Paper media. Me pacho, we your first timer. Now I subscribe to Medeama. Now I share video no. One like your page no, notification bell no. Me so we have a lot of videos, exclusive ones. Ubet me Ashebi. Paper media, the global platform, a chance to Medeama, a chance. And then so that be Kotoko defending beautifully. So Kotoko 3, Medeama 2, Kotoko on the move, Kotoko Omonamuko, and then so that be goalkeeper Che Piaso Medeama Prince Pia Bonso, Medeama Mate, Medeama Omonamu possessive Bonanso Kotoko, Omajibono, Kotoko. Pajabon in the Simon so that be no to nobody in particular. And the goalkeeper Felix J. Watch your born old Medeama or to Kevin Ejemo Diama Nuruddin. A customer me on pen a game in our baby yeah. Kotoko and Nochi James. Anochi James and the sports center. I say Nations FC still in the dressing room. Akwadanyame, I say Nation should go home. The writer commentator says heat Baba. Nicholas Smith, I see Brekum scores. Still Go Stars leading by 3-2. Entry, I say, come on, Kotoko, you better win this game. So at the moment, a normal SUT, and I say favor baby any Go Stars. Mekai say, or more official Bakuka Chem say, I should just wait. They will still win the league. And one share na boom. Because the nations man to a game no swa, it will go against them. It will go against them. And the final day if Bepieni Go Stars winning a home game on Majele, you know. Nation should have played. Lose, fine. Because you still have the chance. Or last game, will fee, or sharp. So, Obajele, you know. I don't know who advised Nations FC to boycott the game. No. It's not the best way. And Chevrolet Bashan Apine, the game on in our PVA. Oh. And Nations FC or more chance of winning the league, you know. Menoka said, yeah, annoying thing. Last day of the season. Kowa di kowa. BBC. Last game of the season. I say BBC. Last day of the season. Kotoko away. And Bebieni Go Stars Bobo home. Nations FC Bobo home. But at the moment, Bebieni Go Stars. 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 So, refreshing up in the game now, baby. And Kumasi Asante Kotoko Hit Baba. Kotoko apeke the 3 maximum points, you know. Now they will go into the final game. All right, Stephen Bedu. I said, so what happened to Nations FC? They will lose the 3 points, and per the law, they will deduct another 3 points. So, Nations, who advised them to stop the game? So, Albert Amwa. Waji bono. Nana is so say GPL won the Bebieni Go Stars to win the league. Jen Amiga. See, please scores. Which of them? But the final scores in Ababa and Chibia. Akwadanya me say brekumpa. Entry, you see who is leading the table now. Okay, so for the table, still a baby Nations FC. Still a Nations FC. Because a Nations FC who are leading. Bebieni Go Stars second, Kotoko third. And you know, the table, you know. At this moment, Nations FC, so 60 points. Bebieni Go Stars, 60 points. But Ghana, you used to head to head. And you know, solo, me pacho, over to me, I'm the head to head between Bebieni Go Stars and Nations FC. Solomon Bedu, the writer commentator. Ghana, you used to head first. Ghana, you used to head first. And you know, say if head to head, okay, you go to coach of.
Okay, and I'm very proud of my boys. And when you look at how we started, we created a lot of chances. After the first goal, we should have gone up 2 or 3 goals. But I mean, the situation that changes the game, I don't want to talk about it. So let's continue.
Coach, what do you think you guys didn't get right here this afternoon that made you lose?
I don't want to talk about referees. I mean, it's frustrating. Look at the foul we have before they go and get this penalty. So, and the referees took their decision and we have to accept it.
Coach, what is the way forward for Medeama Sporting Club? Now you have lots of quality. Do you think you need to do some additions for the next season?
Yeah, definitely. I think we need to add one or two. And we have last game now against Brecum Chelsea, and then we have to sit down and look at the squad and then try to beef our squad and then go in for the next season.
Lastly, what's the plan for the second half? Of course, you brought lots of quality in the second half, boys and the likes of Osatete and Co.
No, I mean, we have, like you said, we have a very good squad. Those who are sitting outside can come and change the game as well. So, and that is one thing about us, and I hope that next season it will continue.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much.
That was Coach Ibrahim Tanko. He believes they had a very, very good game, but a few things didn't actually go their way. They have a very good squad, fantastic one, and of course, those who came on actually changed the game for them. And Coach Abdul Karim Zito, the victor, the man who won the game, is coming for us to have his take on the game. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Coach, your take on the entire 90 minutes?
Well, I'm very happy we'll be able to win the last match at home, and the supporters were happy. So this is what I said from the beginning of when you interviewed me. I said I will be very happy when we win the match today. And it was very, very competitive. Seriously, if you are not here, you might not know. So, I mean, we took our chances. They also took their chances. So I'm very happy about the game.
Coach, in the absence of Kwame Poku, Abetamwa stood up and then he made sure there wasn't problems whatsoever. And did Abet actually, deal with the fact that you didn't miss Kwame Poku today?
That is why we call it a team. You understand me? It's not an individual issue. It's about a team. When this man is not there, another person will be there. So you fix it. Me, I always try to work with what I have to get what I want. So I know there's no way I'll get to Poku. So definitely I have to do everything possible to get what I wanted without Poku. I have no problem with that. You understand me? Because we have a lot of play to play.
Okay, and so Coach Abdul Karim Zito and the Yatsen. Before that, Medeama coach and so Ekasai Ibrahim Tanko, and the game has ended. Okay, it's you try say you been okay, so this is the table. This is the table according to what my producer has just sent to me. This is the table. Nations FC 60 points. Babieni Go Stars 60 points. Nations Ewa plus 24 goals. Plus 24 goals. Babieni Go Stars Ewa plus 13 goals. Kotoko at the third, 58 points. Plus 12 goals. Heart of Lions, Omo 57. Plus 13 goals. Heart of Folk, Ewo 55. Plus 13 goals. Hey, has, sir, what's your goal, sir? Hey, Charlie. So which means has a motor for so na equate because Hearts of Lions ever go home in the last game of the season. Obeshe Obeko 60 points. Hearts share Obeko 58 points. Has more tough for a bedding because Hearts equal away. It be Hearts bobo home. Hearts bobo home. Hearts bobo home. Na Sally Kotoko no so mo person omo nyum no Shown. Asante Kotoko. Okay, until full-time results. Legon Cities 0, Hartlefolk 2. Legon Cities Omoko relegated. Asante Kotoko 3, Medeama 2, Albertad Amwa. Hey, another Wajinidin. Accra Lions 0, Dreams FC 2. Accra Lions relegated. Omososo Omoko. Aye. Accra Lions, Legon Cities. Into 2 Accra teams. Omu in Omoko. Accra Lions. Hey. Yeah, sure. Okay. And you know, hey, Accra Lions, a Nation Safety. Almost breaking news. Nations FC reportedly quits Ghana Premier League on the grounds of being robbed in officiating at Nzema against Osaka Holy Stars. The club president, Dr. Kwamichi, has reportedly told his close friends that he will not participate in the Ghana League again. Nations FC had been the favorite to win the league. Now, more Nations FC. Omo kai ekwan omo fa so omo de qualify by Ghana Premier League. Mamu yes ade no. Quit there for bad officiating. Wa bobo we do this stage. You still have the chance to win the league. Yes, Ulusukwana, you still have the chance to win the league because last day of the season, Usha still watch the league, you know. See, what is the point? What is the point? Nations FC. If reports in a Ebano, we no kwa info. If reports in a Ebano, and Cresse Omo akwete league na masa omunjai na emwomo dabi emwomo akwete league na sen. Yes, yajia to me say referee no arobumo. Okay, But you still have the chance to win the league. Meba. Me share. Me confirm report to be said and cry. Gapoa from me. I don't opeso baswana. Gapoa opeso betuja. Gapoa opeso betuja. Meba. Okay. Gapoa. Opeso utuja.
By the Muslimana. Who's Trimiana?
Me pacho.
Oh, sorry. I'm so upon. Come to Jaffa, nation saves in the
And that way, who are alive?
Yeah, people, you can say, Ghana Premier League now, you can't watch them. No, you see, these are sort of things like a say football. No, you understand? It's totally bad. It's totally bad. Yeah, Ghana Football Association president, he doesn't care about the league. The FA communication officer doesn't care about the league. Everything they care is the blasters. On my attention media. Now look at how they are doing to the Nation FC.
Alors, prêt à refaire votre salon?
Ouais. 10 secondes, c'est pas assez pour une émission de déco. Mais avec Wiro, c'est assez pour recevoir de l'argent juste avec un QR code ou un numéro de téléphone. Activez Wiro, la nouvelle solution de paiement européenne.
Gapo.
Yeah, Frank.
Nations FC. Omo case.
Yeah, because they case because we say everybody they like robbery. They like robbery.
No, but me bawo. Emrano chire say your robo krana. Uvia who the chance to write to the association.
Frank, me want to see the question. No, Ghana, no, we don't have that thing. We need quick action. They will take your catalyst to kill snake. Young boys are not so creepy. As I go involve phobia and homo.
Hello guys, this is Food Defender.
They will not even call your case. So this is the right time. You need to spit on them.
With paper
on them.
Enjoy.
So I say, no one can be protest Frank. About 70 years. You need an article you buy. On register player boy, you show more 8 as a 7. If I call you go carry Tom player and call. You can't want them be up to now. You can't want them be. You can't want them be. No. So this is the time. Nation FC course it right. All those things are so but and yet Ghana. They need to face the reality. They need to do it. The way I support them 100%. I support Nation FC 100%.
But say, Nyoma yes, no, it will go against their chances of winning the league.
It will never go against them. The GFA cameraman is there. Everybody is there. Yeah, share. Near share is a referee now. Coach them there, and a referee is person to see my friend. But the match have to be replayed.
Hey.
And it's a neutral ground.
And you think it's possible?
Played. Yeah, it will be possible. If you have cameras and you have everything, and then you will be able to say daylight robbery. We need to play it in a different ground, neutral ground. Then we play.
But see, I know
because kids won't go Ghana football. Almost say football. No.
Capo.
Ryan. You can't even fight for them.
See a report about it. Say Dr. Kwamichi Akacha and Nkofo bi say league no or twin who if more mobile.
That is the best solution. You should give it to them. You should give it to them. I support Dr. Kwamichi 100%.
But Nations FC, one kind of almost so far so more qualified by league no more.
Frank, it doesn't matter. Too long cannot make right. It doesn't matter. We are talking about today. We are talking about today. Too long cannot make right. We are talking about today. You understand? Yeah. In fact, we move for Frank. One thing, yeah, and some of my canon. one share better contempt or video so to the main fancy here. Or be sure top Africa on top Africa, you be able to general Yamia Mochana.
Sir.
Yes, because me boof ye papa.
Ubuefu.
Frank, say Ghana your mind be our own. Kate Okeku Kendi you have to resign from the CAF from Ghana president.
Hey.
You need to you need immediately to resign.
Sir.
Yes. As the communication director, the money is a bassa, move for gas into Panko in the UK, and then I say from Kudisika and Corey gas. No more say football, the money blasters. Share blasters Cobol Unity Campaign. A lot of people are almost Google Blaster camp. Can you imagine? Yes, you were 2 matches to go on the Ghana Premier League. By any headline sponsor, you she and your massive and your Marahonian was here.
GF funny na Echo UK.
The whole journalist swag award a event saying